What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, and today we are obviously in game. We are on CSGO because we are going to be opening up some capsules. Right now, I've been talking about in all my videos how I think stickers are overrated and overpriced right now, and capsules have amazing ROI. Right now, actually, the top sticker capsules, the most profitable sticker capsules are actually profitable to open if you can get them in decent prices, if you have access to Buff and stuff like that. So I bought a bunch of capsules off Buff Market. We're going to be opening them up, and we're going to be seeing if you can actually make money from opening up Paris capsules right now. Challengers is actually the best and most profitable capsules to open, but I have 100 contenders capsules that we are going to be going through, and I've never actually opened any items in CSGO before. So right now you're going to be seeing me open my first items ever on this game in CSGO. And first up, we get the mouse paper, which is obviously the best paper to get, but that's not going to be profitable. That is not that great. You are looking for any gold is going to be profitable, any hollow is going to be profitable. You can have just the mouse glitter, I believe, is the only profitable glitter, and then none of the papers are going to be profitable. So there's the Fluxo paper. We're going to be trying to mow through all these. Like I said, I've never opened up items in CSGO before, so I'm not really sure how long it's going to take to open up 100 capsules, how this is going to go. But like I said, we're going to go through all of these and see, kind of what kind of ballpark you can get at the end of the day. I believe I spent around $21, after fees and stuff. It's probably a little bit more than $21. And there we get our first gold. We get an ENCE gold. So that's a nice one. 4 capsules in, we already have a gold. I'm not sure exactly what all the different, probabilities and stuff are. It looks like you have a 1 in 156 chance of getting a gold, and it looks like the ENCE gold sells for around $1.92. So it's actually a nice little bump as we get the complexity paper there. But yeah, obviously we're going to be going for, as many golds and hollows as we can get. Gonna try to be kind of keeping a ballpark estimate and rounding up and stuff as we go. Maybe I'll have to do some math after, but yeah, I don't know. It just, in theory, these things should be profitable to open. In theory, you should be able to make money off of opening these. And these are because obviously the sticker, the capsule prices are way down, all the way to 25 cents. But also, the fact that a lot of these stickers are kind of overinflated right now. They're overrated. They're overpriced. The prices are just a little bit too high. It doesn't justify, how the market has been going lately. So I want to take advantage of that by being able to open some of these. I'm not somebody who just likes to open and, kind of gamble or risk it all or whatever on stupid case openings or stupid caps openings or whatever, but when it makes sense, and when I think it makes sense, obviously we're going to find out from this video if it does or not. I think if the math is there and the kind of, if it all makes sense logically and from common sense, then you got to take advantage of that. Here we get the complexity hollow, which that is nice. We now are on the board with a gold and a hollow there. I want to look up the complexity hollow real quick, see what it is going for. Complexity hollow looks about 357, so that's definitely a nice pickup. Obviously we have a lot of paper so far. I don't think we have any glitters, but getting a gold and a hollow is really good. Overall, I believe this is Contenders, has 3 really bad stickers as we get the Mongols glitter there. That one actually looks very, very sparkly. I'm sure it doesn't look that great, and Mongols as a sticker, doesn't really look that great. Mongols glitter looks to be going for 7 cents, so, not really that big of a hit there. It's weird that the Mongols glitter is actually worse than getting like a mouse paper or anything even. I might have to start fast opening some of these too to maybe get through some of these more. I don't even know how you fast open though. Like I said, I don't even know how you do any of this stuff. I don't know if you have to press escape and you can fast open. All right, so we're gonna fast open and start knocking out some of these, because at the end of the day I just want to see if there is money to be made in this idea, not necessarily sit through a ton of these. We get the phase glitter there, but yeah, there's overall a couple of decent stickers you can get from this. The complexity, the phase, and the team liquid are all really middle of the pack pair of stickers. And then you have some really good ones like the Fluxo and the Mouse, and then you have 3 kind of bottom tier stickers, in the ENCE, the Greyhound, and the Mongols. So there are definitely some nice things you can get. But yeah, overall, obviously I want to show people if doing this stuff does make sense. And if it does make sense, I want to be able to show you guys so you can start opening these. So one, maybe we can get sticker prices down to actual reasonable levels, but also if there's money to be made, that you guys can go make some money yourselves here as well. And obviously if there is money to be made, then I want to be making money myself too, being able to profit on some of this. And I know obviously a big part of kind of CSGO and all this stuff, and people really like opening cases and like opening capsules and everything. So Obviously, that's usually a way to lose a decent amount of money by doing stupid stuff like that. There's the Mouse Glitter. We finally get that. That's going for 81 cents right now. It's actually a nice pickup. And again, when I'm getting capsules for 21 cents, hey, getting something for 82, that's like getting that's 4 capsules paying for itself there. I didn't want to move that to a storage unit. I want to try and open this up. But yeah, so obviously people like to open cases and like to open capsules and stuff, but it's usually a losing effort. Usually you're gonna lose money. But if it actually makes sense and if it's actually profitable, then hey, you might be getting the best of both worlds, where you might be able to break even or might be able to make some money or something like that. We get the Blast TV glitter there, which I think it's always funny that they put stuff like that into these capsules. I don't really get why they're doing that, but probably throwing some money to the tournament organizers and stuff like that. We're definitely gonna end up with a lot of these garbage papers and stuff. And then at the end of the day too, right now I think these things they're pretty close to profitable. Maybe they're barely profitable. Maybe they're barely unprofitable. Another question is it worth getting like the 2, 3, 4, 5% profit when you're doing all this work and going to have to sit here and freaking open all these and then sit here and try and sell them all and find a way to get rid of them all? Maybe not. That's also a fair question. I'm not exactly sure. We get another Blast TV glitter there. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's going to matter how much you're making and stuff like that. But for some people, being able to make, like, say these were 5% profitable, being able to make 5% profit, indefinitely, it's not really a bad deal at the end of the day. And there we get the Mongols glitter again. We haven't gotten any more, hollows or golds. Those are really going to be the big hitters we're looking for. We're getting a lot of mouse stuff. Also, I thought from doing this that honestly, if I get anything decent or anything that I like, I'll just be able to hold them and keep them as some of my Paris sticker investments too, because currently I actually don't have any of my positions open for my Paris sticker collection. So that's definitely something I want to kind of keep in mind. There we get the Greyhound glitter. That's definitely one we have not got so far yet. But yeah, so obviously it also depends the price that you're picking up these capsules for. I know CSROI says if you're picking these capsules up at 25 cents from Steam right now, then they're a little tiny bit unprofitable to actually open and buy on Steam and sell on Steam. But again, since I'm buying these from Buff Market, I do think that this should make it a little tiny bit profitable. And then obviously depending on where I'm going to sell them between Buff Market and Steam or whatever. But it's definitely not going to be profitable if we keep only getting papers. We're definitely going to have to, get something that is not a paper, hopefully, here. There we get the Face Clan glitter. Hey, I guess ask and you shall receive. Get something a little bit better there. But it's also just funny because, since these things are so cheap, you can sit there and spam open so many of them, which also makes me a little bit surprised that people aren't opening more of them, because if people were opening more of these, obviously the odds are really bad for getting golds and hollows and stuff as we're seeing right now. But if people were opening more of these, we'd see, some of the supplies and stuff being flooded on the market. And we're just not really seeing a lot of supply for the hollows and the golds and everything on the market, which is why we continue to see prices at such crazy rates, because the stickers that people really like from this collection, like the Mouse, like the Apex, and stuff like that, they're just not hitting the market. There's just no supply. There's just none available. There's just not as many people selling them as buying them right now. That's why we continue to see these crazy prices. We're definitely knocking these out, though. We're getting closer and closer. Also today, kind of a, maybe this is a little bit of a way for me to celebrate, but it's my birthday today as well. So, I was hoping maybe we could get some birthday luck going. Wanted to try and run that up, but, this is how I'm starting off. I'm recording this at like 2 a.m. or something ridiculous. This is how I'm starting off my birthday, but I just thought this was a fun, interesting idea I had real quick. And I've just been looking around CSROI and all this stuff recently, and wanted to test this out for myself. We're gonna end up with a lot of these freaking papers, though. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all these, because are these papers, am I even able to sell them for like 3 cents on Steam or anything? Am I even gonna be able to get any of this money back? And also, how much is that factored into the ROI? Like some of these really, really low end stickers. But yeah, I know people talk a lot about just how the pull rates and everything are for the Paris stuff, and that's definitely one thing that has been affecting the prices. Like I said, there we get the Fluxo glitter. I'm not sure exactly how much that is worth, but I can definitely go take a look real quick. We have the Fluxo glitter worth about 17 cents. That's still not a profitable capsule. And overall, each capsule that you open up, I believe, only has a 5% chance or something like that of being profitable. We get the Mouse glitter there. I don't remember if that's profitable. Yes, the Mouse glitter is 81 cents. So that is actually a profitable capsule there. Each individual capsule only has about a 5% chance of being profitable. profitable, but overall your ROI is still so good because of how much the golds and the hollows are going for right now. And obviously, you know, talking about the profitability of the capsules, that's only if you open up an infinite amount of them. You know, if you open up an infinite amount of them, you should get eventually closer and closer to whatever the ROI percentage is. You know, in this case, I think, like I said, I think it's around like 105% or 104% or 102% or whatever. But obviously, you're not going to be opening up an infinite amount. You're going to be opening up a small amount. And if you open up 5 or 10 or 50 or 100, you know, your chances of actually reaching that real ROI or anywhere near it are going to be way different. So even though in theory this makes sense, to really reach that surefire, to really guarantee, and you're never going to guarantee, but to get closer and closer to guaranteeing you at that profitable number, obviously you're going to have to open up cases indefinitely. You're going to have to open up some, you know, infinite number of cases. And obviously some people are going to open up their first couple cases and have some insane hits. Some people are going to open up thousands and kind of be running bad and underperforming. But, you know, like I said, if you do have a lot of money, or if you do have a lot of capsules, or you just are feeling risky or whatever, really the weird part is the more that you open and the more that you spend, the less risky it is. You know, at one capsule, you only have a 5% chance of even being profitable. But at 5 million capsules, you should be nearly guaranteed to be getting to whatever that official ROI number is. There we get the Fluxo Gold. That is a big banger. Let me check how much that is worth real quick. That is $4.65. Not actually as much as I thought it would be, but that's not bad. $4.65 out of a 21-cent capsule. We will definitely take that. That is the second gold we have pulled, which is also weird because I do believe so far we have 1 hollow and 2 golds. So I feel like out of these last couple, we have about, you know, 15 capsules left or something. I believe we should be due for a couple of hollows. So that's a little bit strange that we actually have outperformed in the number of golds here. And at the end here, I'll try and make a tally real quick of about how much we're going to be looking at. It's, I don't know, right now we're probably not in the profitable range. We're probably going to need at least one more big hit out of these last couple to, you know, push us over the edge. Especially because, like I said, so many of these are going to be so low and so not worth anything. We're getting tons of mouses, obviously, from this container. We get the phase glitter. I feel like we've gotten that a bunch as well. We have 6 left here. We're going to need a big pull out of one of these last ones. Another mouse paper. A mouse paper I actually believe like is not too bad, but obviously it's still a paper. We got 4 left. We're going to let these last couple ride and try and get something decent, try and get something good out of these. This is not the one. We end up with the blast paper there, which is just one of the least interesting stickers. And regardless of whatever the price for all these is, just a super lame one. We get the team liquid paper there, another one that's just going to not really matter too much. We have 2 left. These last 2, can we get any magic? Can we push ourselves over the hump right here at the end? We get the phase hollow. We get our second hollow. That is actually a decent one. Let me look real quick. That is $3.51. That's definitely going to make up for a decent amount of the stickers and capsules and everything that we've opened up so far. One more banger at the end would be very nice, but no, we are going to get the phase paper there. So this is what we end up with. I want to, I don't know, I was going to try and sort by like rarity or something like that. But overall, I don't know. I'm going to imagine that we lost money on that again. I believe these were all 21 cents times 100, so about $21. We have, you know, mouse paper that goes for about 11 cents. We can maybe try and figure out how many of each of these we have real quick. We can maybe do some rough math. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mouse papers, 6, 7, 8 mouse papers. That's about 88 cents right there. We have, I don't know if there's a way to, yeah, we can just search. We have, let's go with the, I don't know if the search even works. We have the mouse. So overall, just in terms of mouse, like I said, we have 8 mouse papers, and then we have the 2 mouse glitters as well, which is going to get us to $1.62. From the mouse stickers. We can kind of just go through each one in terms of the stickers in the collection. Ents, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Ents papers. they're going to be 3 cents. Yeah, it's going to be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 39 cents in terms of ends papers. And obviously we have the big one, the ends gold, which is actually pretty nice. $1.92 there. We will definitely take that. I know we have some decent phase stuff here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 phase papers. Or phase papers 3 cents probably. I'm gonna assume 3 cents on the phase paper, so that's 27 cents there. We have 1, 2, 3 phase glitters, which are actually gonna be 17 cents. That's actually decent, which I believe that adds up to 51 cents. And then we have the phase hollow here as well, which is $3.51. That was definitely a nice little pickup. What else do we have here? We have Fluxo. We can take a look at real quick. I know we have the Fluxo Gold, 1 Fluxo paper, 2, 3, 4 Fluxo papers, which are 3 cents. That's 12 cents there. We have the 1 Fluxo Glitter, which is 17 cents. That's actually not too bad. And then we have the Fluxo Gold, which is $4.65. I believe that is what was that, our biggest pickup from the whole thing. We have Complexity coming up. I believe we have a Complexity Hollow, which is definitely cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Complexity papers. Those are going to be 3 cents. That's going to get us to 30 cents. And then we obviously have the Complexity Hollow, which I can't remember, $3.57. That's actually not too bad. What else do we have? We have Team Liquid. I don't think we got any crazy Team Liquid stuff. Lots of papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Team Liquid papers. That was the only thing we got from them. So that is going to be 42 cents in terms of Team Liquid papers. We have Greyhound. I don't really think we got anything too crazy from Greyhound either. We got 7, 8, 9 Greyhound papers, which are obviously going to be 3 cents. So 27 cents plus a Greyhound Glitter, which is 4 cents. So that's going to get us up to 31 cents in terms of Greyhound. We have Mongols, which I don't think we got anything too good of either. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 21 cents in terms of Mongols papers. And then we have the 3 Mongols Glitters, which are going to be 7 cents each, which is going to get us to, 21 cents in Mongols Glitters as well. What else do we have? We have, I don't know if we looked at ENTS yet. I think ENTS is the only one we haven't looked at yet. Did we look at ENTS already? Yes, we already did look at ENTS. So I believe that's all of, oh, yeah, we looked at MOUs too. I believe we've looked at all of the teams now. We obviously still have the Blast to take a look at. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Blast papers, and then a couple of Blast Glitters, which are also, it looks like, only worth 3 cents. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gonna get us up to, what, 36 cents? Then we can do some real quick running this through the calculator. If I can actually pull up the calculator. I don't know why I don't have a calculator pulled up already. Try and add these things up real quick. And take a look. Again, I think ballpark, it's looking like it's going to be a little bit short of what we spent, but maybe not. Maybe it's going to add up quickly. We have $1.92 there. We are going to have 0.27. We are going to have 0.51, 3.51, 0.12. We have 0.17, 465. We have 0.3. 3.57, 0.42 plus 0.31 plus 0.21 plus 0.21 plus 0.36. So overall, it looks like we lost about $1.50. I have everything adding up to $19.42. Obviously, to be able to sell anything, you're gonna have to pay some amount of fees as well, depending on super low fees on certain marketplaces, or obviously kind of disgustingly higher fees on some other marketplaces. But I do think that this was an interesting experiment. I don't think I missed out on anything in terms of what I was adding up. I believe we looked at everything. But yeah, that was 100 capsules that we we opened, and overall those are the results. We got some cool pulls. We had some interesting pulls, and obviously some of the hollows and golds I might be hanging on to just as my own kind of investments. And like I said, we didn't exactly get close. We didn't exactly get the profitability number, but at the end of the day, we got to open up some stuff, and we had a chance of making a decent amount of money. You know, we ran below expected value, but if we would have ran above expected value, we could have won some more money. And at the end of the day, we only lost $1.50, so we risked $1.50, pretty much as like a lottery ticket to try and win even more, to try, you know, and make a more kind of meaningful amount of money, I guess. Did we count? I don't even know if we counted all the mouse stuff too. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we had the two. Yeah, we got everything. So yeah, I don't know. Overall, it looks like we lost about $1.50. Maybe you can say after fees, we're going to lose like $2 total. But that's what opening up 100 pairs capsules looks like. Is it profitable? No, not this time. But if I would have opened up more, we could have maybe got closer and closer to the number. But was it worth the risk? Was it fun? Was it interesting? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you want to try and open up some pairs capsules for yourself. But pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. But until then, peace.